Morning, everybody. Welcome back to Coffee with Jon, part 2 of an 8-part series with Joseph Wilkins, founder of funnysalesvideos.com. Yesterday, Joseph, we talked about finding the avatar of your ebook, which can be found at funnysalesvideos.com. 8 simple steps of creating a funny sales video. What's number 2?
Okay, so number 2 is the fun part, but it can also be the most intimidating part to people that aren't used to doing these kinds of things. And that's brainstorming. So once you've identified who your customer is that you're speaking to, now you're staring at a white piece of paper or a whiteboard, and you've got to come up with ideas for the concept for your video. And with these funny videos, the goal is, number 1, to hook somebody's attention, right? Because we're all scrolling through our platform of choice, and you've got to hook me, and then you've got to draw me in with a story. So what we do is we come up with, the criteria is to come up with 2 things. Number 1, who is the hero character in your story? And number 2, what's an entertaining problem that that character has that your product or solution solves? So how do we brainstorm? Well, we say the first thing is get rid of any judgment and get rid of any expectation that you have to create a good idea. In fact, the worse the idea, the more you should celebrate it. But here's the key. What we do is we set ourselves a goal of throwing out 50 bad ideas. So typically I'll brainstorm with my team, we'll divide it up, and everyone, let's say there's 5 people on my brainstorm team, everyone has to come up with 10 ideas. And they're bad ideas, but it just has to be who's the character and what's a big problem that they have that my product or solution solves. Now you could go very reality based, or you can go very fantasy based. It doesn't matter. Just throw out 50 ideas, and I guarantee you, just doing that process, you'll get some golden nuggets. And then obviously the big question is, how do you decide which of those 50 to go with? And I will promise you that at least one of them will just jump out at you. It'll be a gut feeling that you say, I can see a story here, and I can see people laughing and wanting to learn more about that story.
I love it. I remember hearing a long time ago, the secret to being a great photographer is just take a lot of pictures, right?
Yeah.
So get a lot of reps, get a lot of ideas out there. Think community. One of the things I hear as a business coach is, I don't have time to brainstorm. We're moving so fast and things are so busy. This is a critical step, not only for these videos, but for business in general, to slow down, to brainstorm. We saw this, those that had been brainstorming were more prepared when the lockdown happened in March 2020, because they understood what their plan B and their plan C was. They had brainstormed different scenarios and then did as they evolved their marketing. And today, this is a must. Quiet time to find out what it takes. A lot to get that one thing to pop out at you. Joseph, I appreciate it. Think community. This is part 2 of an 8-part series, funnysalesvideos.com. Joseph, this was great. I will see you tomorrow.
Sounds good. Thanks, Jon.